Hi, my name is Neil Kelleher. In previous videos, I've been focusing mainly on the legs, knees, long thigh muscles, even the hips. And continuing in that same vein, I did suggest I was going to show one other exercise I use for knee strength. But before I do that, I'd like to go over particular muscle control activations for helping to prevent IT band knee pain. So in particular, so what I found was when doing squats, weighted squats, squatting down near the bottom at a particular weight, there's a certain weight I found where near the bottom of the squat, I'd get pain right about here. And so even now I still have to be careful on occasion. But the IT band runs over the vastus lateralis, crosses the knee joint and attaches to the top of the tibia just in front of the fibula. So where it attaches to the top of the tibia, it has connective tissue branches that attach or are continuous with fibers of the tibialis anterior. It also has fibers that attach to that are continuous with fibers of the peroneus longus muscle. So it attaches both to the tibia but also to the fibula. Now the top end, you could consider the IT band to be two tendons. The front tendon is actually the tendon for the muscle called the tensor fasciae lati, which runs from the ASIC, which we've been talking a lot about in previous videos. The gluteus maximus superficial fibers, which attach from the PSIC, possibly even the sacrum, I'm not sure about that, but they angle forward and down to attach to the back edge of the IT band, or the rear portion, which you could consider as a tendon for the gluteus maximus muscle. So where the front band may tend to attach to be the portion that attaches to the tibialis anterior, the back band may be or the back edge may tend to attach to fibers of the peroneus longus. So because the IT band runs over the vastus lateralis muscle, one technique that might help with you to deal with IT band pain is to activate the vastus lateralis muscle. And the way you can think about that is that it takes out slack from the IT band, making it easier for, in particular, the tensor fasciae lati to effectively contract and add tension to the and help control the tibia. So it's a way of taking out slack, so it gives better control. And what I found is that while standing upright, for myself, what I found, particularly with this leg, is that vastus lateralis activation is a little bit easier if I have the thigh rotated outward. So standing straight ahead, I can activate it a little bit. So this muscle here. But if I turn the foot out relative to the pelvis, I get a much, if you like, bigger contraction. It feels like it's easier for me to use this muscle to push out against the IT band. So while standing, you may find that in order to activate vastus lateralis, it helps if you turn your feet out. Now, how much? You're going to have to play with it. Try it with feet parallel, see if you can activate. Turn the feet out, see if you can activate, use a position that works best for you. And then for myself, while walking, I find during the heel strike phase, if I land with my foot turned out, it's almost like it's easier for the vastus lateralis to activate naturally. And the same can be true while running also. Now going back to a previous video where I was talking about a variation of the Peterson squat, one thing that I found, so I talked about various activations you can do. For myself, what I need to do varies for my need to feel comfortable. And this doesn't relate exactly to IT band pain, but it does relate to knee pain or knee stability in general. Felt safer for me. On some occasions, my knee feels a lot stronger if I activate vastus lateralis while going down. So this is the leg which is problematic. So Sorry, I should show you from this side. So here, the foot is turned out, so that should make it easier for me to activate vastus lateralis. So from here, I activate vastus lateralis, and then go down, and then come up. So not quite as strong as the previous side, but I find that I get better. I feel I have better knee control. My knee is more comfortable when I activate vastus lateralis as opposed to when I don't activate it while going down in that version of the squat. Now, that's one way of making the knee feel more secure. It might not necessarily help you deal with your IT band knee pain. What I found for that, what seemed particularly helpful was activating the tibialis anterior muscle. And I've already said that the IT band has fibers that connect to the tibialis anterior. So I find in a squat, and it doesn't matter, now back then when I first experienced this, I was squatting with my feet more or less parallel. And so in this position, if I started with activating tibialis anterior, in particular focusing on this spot right here, very close to where the fibers of the tibialis anterior blend with or connect with the fibers of the IT band. If I focused on that spot in particular and then did the squat, I found that I could more or less squat with relative impunity. I did not get the IT band pain. And so what I would suggest, if you are experiencing IT band pain, two things you can play with. One, play with activating your vastus lateralis muscles. Two, play with activating tibialis anterior. Now, one reason for activating tibialis anterior, and I've gone through this on previous videos, is that it helps to anchor the IT band. And one basic principle in muscle control, if you have, for myself, what I found the most bang for the buck idea or technique is if there's any sort of pain in an action, the first thing that I try to create is stability in some way. And so in this instance, so the idea there is, being more specific, is stabilizing one end, say one bone to which a muscle attaches. So the IT band attaches between the hip bones and the tibia and the fibula. So by pulling down on the tibialis anterior, that's helping to anchor the bottom end of the IT band. So that's more in terms of muscle connection. So if you anchor, say, the bottom fibers of a muscle, or the top fibers, the insertion or the origin, anchor either one of those by activating a muscle which is in the same connective tissue train, you may find that you get no pain. Another idea which is strongly related which was what I was talking about initially, was stabilizing the bone to which a muscle attaches. So to that end, you could try stabilizing the heels, or more specifically, I found for IT band pain, I found stabilizing the heels against side to side wobble was also helpful in dealing with IT band pain. And one reason for that is the muscles that stabilize the heel include the tibialis anterior. You have tibialis posterior, the peroneals, all working together to stabilize the heel. And because they also attach to the shin, they also stabilize the shin. And they help to stabilize, while standing, they help to stabilize the shin against rotation. And that gives your IT band a firm anchor point. And that may be enough to relieve pain, IT band knee pain. So what I would suggest, just reviewing again, focus on stability first. If you have IT band pain, say in the bottom of the squat, like a sharp pain at the bottom of the knee, try stabilizing your heels first, or also make sure that your tibialis anterior is activating. I would suggest try activating at the top of the squat, then as you go down, keep it active, As you go up, keep it active. Then when you reach the top, you can relax. Now in line with that, to help secure the top end of the IT band, so i.e. the hip joints, you might find it helpful to squat with your spine long. So draw your ribs up away from your waist, and that adds tension to the midsection, which will automatically help support your hip bones, making them stable, making them a stable foundation for, say, tensor fascia lati. In addition, if you are squatting with a bar on your back, what I found helpful is to, rather than let my arms relax, make my hands grip the bar. Doesn't have to be super tight, but grip the bar with some intent, and even act as if you're trying to push the bar off of your shoulders, or add a little bit of tension to your arms, just as if you're pushing the bar off your shoulders without actually lifting off the shoulders. So it's like pressing against something without actually causing movement. So anyway, that's my suggestions for working with IT band pain, particularly if you are doing squats or weighted squats. Next up, actual techniques for squatting. Thanks very much for watching. Namaste.